the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. I think this is going to be one of the most exciting matchups we have ever watched in a long time. Let me explain why. The NBA bubble, we have excluded and taken out the crowd factor, the home court advantage. And it has been one of the most beautiful things to happen to basketball yet. Not because of the stardom, not because of the antics, the loud noises, the crowd talking back, the trash talking. All of that is part of the game. We get that. But what has it done to basketball is we got basketball players focused now. We got basketball players stepping on the court, looking left and looking right and realizing it's just me and you. Mano y mano, one-on-one. The better team, the better players are going to win. When you extract the crowd volume and the crowd noise, you get a lot of players that have become used to. They have become lazy to the fact that their crowd is playing. Some guys, they can't get up to go to work without knowing that crowd is there, that loud noise is there. They know when they hit a shot, the crowd's going to go crazy. They know when they catch a dunk, the crowd is going to go crazy. When they cross somebody, they're going to get a ooh, ah. Now we took the crowd out. When you cross somebody, if your teammates don't get hyped, then what? When you take that three-point shot and you boom, 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 or whatever thing you do, who's going to get hyped but you now? You see, it all comes down to basketball. We eliminated the antics. We eliminated the gimmicks. And now we have two of the best teams in the East going at each other. The Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. What more can you ask for in a matchup? What more can you ask for? The drama is there. The story is there. Basketball is there. These are two teams that are balling. The Miami Heat are balling. They are a well-balanced team from top to bottom. Jimmy Butler is a superstar. Jimmy Butler is an all-star, but he's not a superstar. He don't get the praise that a Giannis Antetokounmpo, that a Kevin Durant, that a LeBron James get. He don't get that kind of praise. Look at the Boston Celtics. They got the young boys over there. The young guns coming up. Jason Tatum, shout out to him, who's a beast. Jaylen Brown, shout out to him, who's a beast. That team over there is also well-balanced. Yes, Jason Tatum can drop 30 points on a given night. Jaylen Brown can drop 30 points on a given night. They might get Gordon Hayward back for the first game, or at least in that series, who's another person capable of dropping 30 points. But when you look at the big picture and you sit back and you analyze, the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat are balanced teams. And these are teams that stepped into the bubble and said, F the crowd noise. F the fans. And no disrespect to the fans, but you get what I'm saying. We don't need all of that hype and rah-rah to get going. We are about basketball. We plan on playing basketball. And that's exactly why those two teams have made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Who's going to win? I don't know who's going to win. And that's the best part about it. I don't have a dog fight in this match. But all I'm asking for is great basketball. Continue to put on the show that you have been putting on, Boston Celtics. Continue to put on the show that you have been putting on, Miami Heat, because you have brought basketball back. We don't have it on the big stage no more. We're not watching it on TNT with 1 million fans in the crowd. We get that. We're watching it in the bubble. But we are watching basketball now. We are watching a competitive series of guys going at it, putting all their life on the line for a championship. You see, this championship right here, this one, that whoever in the East or the West is going to win, is going to mean a lot more, in my opinion, than all the ones before it. Because this one came with so much drama and so much to the table that's at stake. Guys are focused now. Guys are going out there to win the game. They are putting their egos aside. And those that haven't put their egos aside are going home. Those that are not waking up and thinking about basketball are going home. Those that are picking up women inside the bubble and inviting them to the hotel room before a playoff game, before a serious playoff game, are going home. And it's just that simple. The Miami Heat Goran Dragic, elite point guard. One of the most underrated point guards in the NBA today. Tell me I'm lying. Jimmy Butler, a true floor general. He's not only about dropping buckets. Not only that, but he provides a tough atmosphere and a leader on his team. Everything he don't just be on the court and it's just, okay, give me the ball to Jimmy Butler and it's 40 points. It doesn't work like that. He does not do that. He may drop 20-something points. He may drop 15 points, but the leadership is there. The leadership is unmatched, and that's what you can't find in every player, is the leadership. Go into Boston, a guy like Marcus Smart, who I think is a highly underrated, defender in this NBA. This man gets charges like it's nothing. He reads the floor well. He's scrappy. He plays hard. Unlike Beverly, who I think is just a hack. Beverly, to me, is just a hack. Marcus Smart is actually a good defender. And if you put aside the flopping, because almost everybody flops now in the league, Marcus Smart does flop a lot more. But if you put aside the flopping and you look at just his game and just the way they play basketball and his heart and his intensity on that court, Marcus Smart is an underrated defender and player in this NBA. And he's the reason, because Jason Tatum is dropping the 30s and the 20 points, the easy. Jaylen Brown, they don't want scoring the high numbers. Daniel Tice, another glue guy, I'm going to get to him in a second. But Marcus Smart and the way he plays and his ability on the defensive end is why the Boston Celtics are moving on. Because anybody can score points. We know that already. The league is about putting the ball in the hoop. We get that. But it takes those other guys that says, I'm going to step up and I'm going to play defense. Who you want me to guard? Oh, you want me to get on him? I'm going to get on him. You want me to draw a charge? I'm going to draw a charge. A lot of guys is not doing that. But when you do that on that level, that's how you make it further. That's how you get to a championship. That's how you get your team to a finals. It's levels to this. Daniel Tice, another one who is underrated and a good player for that team, a good glue guy. You can start him or you can bring him off the bench. And he does all the intangible things, rebounding, defending, putbacks, diving for loose balls. That's how you get to a championship. It's not only about dropping buckets. We know that the game is you score and you put the ball in the hole. But without the other guys to do all those little things, then you're not winning.